So I've just pasted the paper I'm going to use for the return from the face of the chimney breast to the back wall. Now for this demonstration we've just got two bits. If it was the whole wall from ceiling down to the floor, it would be 4 or 5 pieces of paper. So rather than just trying to paste 4 bits or 2 bits of paper this size with a 9-inch roller, all I've done is I've pasted it all in one length. I've now just folded it into the required amount, in this case into 2. I could have done a end to centre fold if I needed 4 pieces, but I just needed 2. So I fold it in half, making sure each side lines up, and that way I know when I'm cutting along the edge here, I am getting a nice 90-degree finish. So that means that rather than trying to do some fiddly pasting with a large roller on a small piece of paper, as I said, I just paste the whole piece of paper and then cut it after it's pasted. So just to finish off, we've got the front of the chimney breast is now cross-lined, as is the long part of the wall. So we just need to fill in this gap. So all we're going to do now is take the small pieces of paper that we've already pasted, open these, just put them, okay, from front to back. Just looking for my line there. Okay. Smooth it out. Now, as you can see, we've gone back round the internal corner and we have an overlap on the external corner, neither of which we want. So, again, different ways of doing this. So let's try and use a bit of everything. So, back of the scissors, just going down the internal corner there, peeling away, and then just following the crease. So this does work well if you've got decent light. In low light levels you will obviously need the pencil, but I've got some good light just here. And up I go. And then just lay that off. Now you can see that's nice and tight into the corner. So, just by way of variation, along the top edge, again the scissors would work, or the shears, sorry, the pencil line with the shears would work. And there we have an example of why the knife isn't always the best, because where the paper soaks, it started to tear rather than cut. So before you just go all leaping for the knife because you think it's faster, it does have the odd drawback. So, shears to the rescue. Just that slightly ragged edge there, we don't really want that. So, neat little trim there with the scissors. Puts that right. That just leaves us now with the front edge. Now then, we've got in tight here, tight along the top. With the front edge, we're actually going to come back in just about 5 mils. The reason for this, if we come flush with the front face or even overlap it, if people walk past and start brushing it after a while, it tears the paper back. Obviously not ideal, so we form our crease, and I found over the years that forming a crease or a pencil line, again, I'm going to go with the crease here, so I've got good light. But if not, just take the pencil down the corner, just the edge of the pencil, that forms a grey line, which you are then using as a guide. You're not cutting along it. So just using my crease for a guide, just slowly cutting up. Lay that flat, and you can see I'm just a couple of mils to 5 mils back in from the edge. Right? And that is how we form the last little piece. And then, as always, centre out to the edges to make sure there are no air bubbles left. Right? And that's how we fill in the gap.